Hi guys, and welcome back to Just Our Tip Tuesday. All right, well today we wanted to talk to you about Murph that's coming up for us this weekend at our box. So a lot of boxes do this worldwide, or I should even just say the United States though, but I see some boxes doing it overseas.
Yeah, it's a big CrossFit thing.
So it's a hero wad, and it's done usually on Memorial Day. We actually do it on Saturday because this weekend here in Indianapolis, it's race weekend on Sunday, and a lot of people would struggle to get back in.
I don't know that anybody would really finish Murph on Monday after a race day.
That's right. So we actually have our event this weekend, and anyone's welcome. It's an open community workout. We'll have we're going to have a pitch-in here at our box, so no need to actually bring food because we'll have plenty of food, and we're going to have a local brewery as well.
Our Traders Brewing Company is going to come out and bring a couple sleeves of beer, so we'll have a really good time, good lunch after the event is over. Runs from 8 a.m. to 11. Last heat will leave at 10:30, and then we'll have our pitch-in lunch right after.
Yeah, so, and we'll be here for quite a while, so, the WOD, it takes people a little bit of time. So
it's not short.
Yeah, we'll have a full Murph, and then so if you go to our Facebook page, you'll be able to see the actual Murph on there, what the breakdown is, and you'll also see who Michael Murphy was. So where the event was actually, came from, actually the WOD, I should say, itself. But we wanted to give you some tips for this weekend because we're not only doing a full Murph, but we have a half Murph and a mini Murph. So mini, I'm going to call it mini, mighty, and a full Murph. So we have a couple different options because sometimes people look at it and they go, whoa, that's
a lot going on.
Yeah, so we actually break this down. So we've got some scaling options or modifications for people as well. So feel free to come out. Check us out. So we're going to give you a couple tips here. So the first tip is actually breaking it up. So I think there's so many different ways to do it, and I just want to be really, I'm going to give you just, not only can you do it all out RX with it as prescribed with a weighted vest, but you can break it up into Cindy. So it will be 20 rounds of a 5, 10, 15. So I prefer that way. Actually, my favorite method is 33 rounds of a 3, 6, 9, and then one mini set of a 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you have to do 33 rounds, 3, 6, 9, with one set then doing a 1, 2, 3 to finish out the entire 100, 200, and 300. That is going to be 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, and 300 air squats, but you can break that up. So Cindy would be 5, 10, 15 of 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, 15 air squats for 20 rounds. Okay, or the 33 round method, which is I like because I'm constantly moving in that point. I think that one is doable as well. But we've got other ways to break that up, and I don't want to share every possibility out there because there are multiple other ways that you can do this as well. But our next tip, we want to talk about nutrition the night before, and then we'll also talk about your recovery. So the night before, why don't you take a little bit of this?
Yeah, sure. So
let me ask you.
Yeah.
Do I need to fuel and carb load the night before my workout?
It's a good question, Jason.
Yeah.
You do not need to do that.
Oh.
All right. Your body can only store so much glycogen.
Right.
And so when you top those storage units off, you're not getting any more. So if you were to eat, like, I'm going to have 2 giant bowls of spaghetti to carb load, guess what's going on there? Your body's taking that excess carbohydrate, there's nowhere to put it, so it puts it into adipose tissue or fat storage, all right? And that is whether you are eating a bunch of carbohydrate, a bunch of fat, or potentially a bunch of protein as well. So eat what you normally eat. Fuel up very well. Have a good healthy dinner. Think something like a good dose of healthy carbohydrate, a good serving of protein, some healthy fats, and a bunch of vegetables.
Yeah.
That's all you need the night before.
Right. Take some, like, if you want to put a little bit of good carbohydrates, take some potatoes at that point, in the evening time. Eat a little bit later. The morning of Murph, I recommend eating an hour and a half to 2 hours before you actually do Murph, and have a good hearty breakfast. In terms of the fat, though, stay on the low side. So what fat-wise, I would say, like your bacon. So maybe
it's going to sit in you a little bit.
Yeah, it's just going to sit in there. So, but if you want to have, like, let's say an avocado toast, that's actually good healthy fat that you could put into your morning routine. If you're going to have, maybe you're going to put an egg on that. Okay.
Yeah. You got some protein and some fats in there, and then you're going to have enough fuel to get through the workout. I always talk about don't eat too heavy in that hour and a half to 2 hours beforehand. The last thing you want is to start your first mile of Murph and feel like, oh gosh, I can feel it sloshing. I can feel it kind of coming up into my, I might lose this at some point in the walk. It's a long time to go.
Yeah,
So
that 2 hours though
think
before
about
that your digestion, you should be
Yeah,
okay. But
should
if
be
you're going to
fine.
eating like an hour before, that's where you, as you're saying, you got to stay on that lower side, and you should have, you know, the in terms of your the glycemic index of your fruit. So stay on that low glycemic index of the fruit. So your berries, apples. So stay on that if you're going to eat a little bit before, but you don't eat a lot of food beforehand, and don't have nuts before the workout. So you know, just again, that's just going to sit in your belly. If you're going to have something hour and a half, 2 hours, go ahead and have something like that.
And then after the workout, you know, ideally it would be a faster acting carbohydrate, something
Yep.
like a white rice, white potato, maybe some oatmeal, perhaps.
Banana, peanut butter.
Yeah, and we also and of course protein. You know, you're always going to have a good source of protein when you eat after the workout to help
Sure.
you build those muscles. But also we recognize that it is Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial weekend.
And Memorial Weekend here in Indy, like we talked about with the race, is a pretty big deal, and I'm guessing it is around the country as well.
Right.
Maybe you're heading out to the lake with your family. Maybe you're just gonna hang out at the box and have a pitch-in lunch with us,
Yeah.
and then go out to the lake with your family, or
Yeah.
whatever you do. We're having a brewery here for a reason.
That's right.
It's not the worst time in the world to have a burger, have a brat, have a beer with your friends,
Yeah.
celebrate. Right. That's why we do Hero Watch, is we remember and we celebrate what people have
Yeah.
done for us, and obviously on Memorial Day weekend we are remembering those who lost their lives in the service of our country and
Yeah.
preserving our freedom. So give them a toast.
That's
Have some
right.
fun if you're into that sort of thing, and don't feel guilty about it.
No.
Don't beat yourself up about it. Just enjoy it.
That's right.
But otherwise, follow your normal post-workout nutrition rules.
Yeah.
Good carbohydrate, good protein. Have your normal meals.
Right, and Uber and Lyft do pick up here, so
They do.
That's right. And so do family and friends. So that way you can have
Always,
your beer.
always be responsible.
That's right, be responsible. So, all right, guys. Well, we hope that you have an awesome Memorial weekend. And as always, if you have a tip or question that you'd like for us to answer, put it in the comment section below. Otherwise, we'll see you here at the box for our pitch-in this weekend. And if not, we'll see you next week. Have a good week. Bye bye.